Una niña de ojos negros fascinadores, con tu mirada llena el alma de resplandores, tú eres mi lucero, lo que yo más quiero. El pueblo entero está temblando de emoción porque el regreso de Juan Manuel.
Sí. A un amigo lo llevé a una fonda para comer y comimos muy barato. Le di la sombra de un pavo, el cuello de una levita, la carrera de una liebre y de un martillo las tripas.
I'm always in a rush. I'm always running. I'm
La
always
villa
in a
era un
hurry.
consuelo y un
That's what it
fandango le
means.
canté. Un milagro que hizo el cielo,
I was born
las
in the
lágrimas le
countryside,
sequé,
3
mi
kilometers from
fandango
a
fue el
town.
pañuelo.
I was 18 years old the first time I went to a fair. I was always in the mountains. It's been a tough life. I'm 67 years old and I haven't rested 2 months in all that time. I've always been tied, as I am now, to the cows, to bring them grass, to take care of them. I came here in the year 1943. I brought my goats to keep them for the season and then leave. But I didn't leave. I arrived in the mountains with the idea of returning, but I didn't. I found more space, more land, and I stayed in the mountains nearby. As you see me now, that's how I've always been. I've seen the doctor only twice. That's all. I'm always singing, always. Even if I feel bad, I sing. I had to move to town when the bandits were in the countryside. I worked for wages and I put my money in the bank. 9,000 pesetas. One day I said, I'm going to buy a cow and I'm not coming to work anymore. I didn't have land of my own, and I let the cow graze along the road. Then I had one, then another, and another. Now I rent this land. I have 5 cows of my own, and 3 cows I'm raising for my grandson. I shout, Louisa, as if she were a woman. Come over here. And she comes like so. All my cows have names. That's the first thing to do with animals, to name each one. If not, how are they going to understand? In 200 days, which is 6 months and 20 days, the cows earn 14,000 pesetas in milk. Then each of them gives a young calf worth 10,000 pesetas each. That makes 24,000 pesetas from each cow in 6 months. Father, because he wanted to come with me. And since it was raining, his mother wouldn't let him come. My Juan, he's the one who's now in Germany, is 36 years old and he already has 11 children. Life is hard because to clothe them, to feed them, it's difficult. But so long as they're healthy, everything comes out all right. You see me with my donkey, with corn, the cow, with this and that, and adelante. What I like is to be busy, going here, there, whatever. My father taught me to lead the herd, not to punish them, not to hit them. One should not hit she-goats. If you do, they get mad and they stop. And that's the teaching we were given. At 13, I knew how to plow and plant. My father taught me how to sow the earth. I would sow, and my father would go along inspecting. Throw some more over here. Throw some more over here. And throw some more here, until it was all planted. There isn't anyone who can top my skill at planting. My father taught me. I haven't seen my wife in 5 years. The desire to see her keeps diminishing. What can you do after 5 years? In the beginning, I thought about her a great deal. Well, you understand. But she says she's all right, so she stays there in Valencia with the children. The family goes and comes often. She left, and she hasn't come anymore. Now she says that she wants to come next year at the time of the fair. We'll see. Let her come if she wants to. I'm not going there. In the end, she can do what she wants. I'll stay here. There's nothing for me over there. I'd lose all that I have. Of course, the most important thing for a man is to know how to read and write, because this clearly is of great benefit. If a man is going to put you in charge of lands, if one doesn't know how to read or write, one isn't any good. When a man goes into military service, if he doesn't know how to read and write, how can he be a corporal or a sergeant or anything else? He has to know how to read and write. And that way, throughout his life, he learns whatever there is. Anyhow, that's the case with us, the poor. But the rich, they already have their careers. And they end up, I don't know where. Great careers like those of an engineer, doctor, many things. Educate him so that tomorrow he can be a man. And the same for a woman. The woman should know how to read and write, how to sew well, how to wash. She should know each thing. Here, you don't have that. We fatten a pig and slaughter it to eat the fat. In the country, we have chickpeas, bread, bacon, oil for the year, for an entire year. There's nothing else except to work, clearing stumps, or with one's goats, or whatever one has. But food is assured for the entire year. And in town, one must go to one place and to another, and they tell you that they've run out of bread or oil. That's no good. It's best to have it for the entire year, a keg of oil, big and full. In the Campo, it's been like that from antiquity till now. My son Juan doesn't have any special interest in my possessions. The two there in Valencia are the ones who are more interested. Those in Valencia want me to sell the cows and have me go there. They'll eat up what I get, and I'm not going to go. How can I go and leave my cows and stay without anything? I have 5 cows in a little house. If I leave here, everything will be consumed, and I'll have to live in a rented house. I'm living in my house, and I won't budge an inch from here. What can one do in town? Coffee? A drink? Spend one's money? What for? Nothing.
If I didn't have so many children, I'd go to Germany with my husband, but it's impossible. When Juan comes back at the end of the summer, we'll go to Valencia and I'll stay there. There's more opportunity for the children to find work in the factories, and there's more chance for education. I have mixed feelings about going since I was raised here. My mother is here. She's over 70. But I'll come back to see her. I have family there. My husband's family, my cousins.
My father would plant 2 fanegas of wheat for me every year. When my father sold it, my mother would save it for me. She'd buy my clothes for me. She'd buy everything for me so that when the day of my marriage arrived, I had everything bought and ready. For 3 years, I saved to get married. All things needed for the house were bought. The plates, food. When I married, I had a team of donkeys. I had wheat. I had a fat pig. I had a dozen chickens. I had a little plot planted that my father had sown for me. He helped me to sow because I had my house ready with everything. Let's see how many young people there are today that their father gives them a house. None. Because they don't earn for them. They earn for the movies, they earn for drinking, for good clothes. Because if one has one suit, why not have two? And this can't be. And that's what there is today. In past times, I was with my goats. In the morning before dawn, I'd take them to the hills and find pasture for them and settle the kids with their mothers for nursing. Sometimes a mother goat doesn't want her kid, and you have to take the kid and fondle it and give it milk. If a mother goat doesn't want her kid, well, I'd grab a foster mother during the night, and I'd throw water on the kid's back so that it's soaking wet. And then I'd take her and give the foster mother a real good rubbing with her. Put the kid under her, and the next day she loves the kid just as if it were her very own. You see, that's something I understand well. I've lived with goats since I was 7 years old. At 7 years of age, I was raising goats.
Si mi madre me diera 2 pelas, compraría un pitito y una pelota, un molino de viento y un nicano. Se le tira de la cuerda y hace plim, plam, plom. Porque no lo sé yo cantar ahora, hombre. Agarro bellota, dame un puñado, porque las de mi caballo se han terminado. Este niño es chiquitito, no tiene a nadie. Su madre es una gitana que la ha traído a la calle. La que está en el columpio, si se cayera, viniera un toro negro y la recogiera. Ya se cayó, ya vino el toro negro y la recogió.
If I wanted to go to a neighbor's, I'd say, Father, I want to go to such and such a place. Well, you have to do this and you have to do that. And when you've finished, then you can go. And be careful not to interfere with anyone, nor to disrespect anyone. Act quietly, and when it's appropriate, back home. My father always told me that. And I don't want to hear that you've taken a pin from anyone. They told us a lot. And I've always told my children. There was a man in Ubrique involved in the war, and he killed some people, among them a woman who was about to have a child. And when he returned to his town, the thing he had in his head was the child crying. He couldn't stop anywhere. If he drank a cup of coffee, the coffee reminded him of the child crying. If he went up the street, he heard the child crying. Everywhere, the child was crying. Since that was a bad thing, what he did to that woman, well, God punished him, and he had to die hearing the child crying. A child he killed 4 to 5 years before. That was a punishment from God.
Lo tire al pozo, lo tire al pozo, lo tire al pozo, y el clave que me diste, lo tire al pozo. Yo no quiero claveles de ningún mozo. Hay que pensar el tiempo que lo tuve, hay que pensar el tiempo que lo tuve en la cabeza.
¿Con guitarra?
Dice la ley antigua,
Cuando yo
a los
tenía 15
hombres
años,
vino
16,
puro, el trabajo para los güeyes que tienen los cuernos duros.
bajé yo a ver
Dice la
el
ley
idioma, bajé yo a ver
antigua.
I'm fed up with the cold early in the morning. going up and down there all winter. I want to be close to the fire. I'm 68. The cows give too much milk. I can't sell so much milk. The grass is burned out now, and the feed is expensive. I'll keep 2 through the summer, and in the winter. In the past, on Sunday, in any house in the country, there'd be a gathering. We'd sing, drink coffee and wine. There were 3 or 4 families, and one spent Sunday at one house and another day at another house. There were guitars, and the girls danced and sang. That's how it used to be. Now there's nothing. No one's on the land. Everybody's concentrated in towns. There's only one man to herd the cows, a watchman, and that's all. But before, pulling up stumps and working, there was a different ambiente. That was something else. They say that one lives better today. They live better, but not me. I don't. I like the campo, my freedom of movement. I'll stay here. There's nothing for me there. They wouldn't give me any work. Land is too expensive, and the cows have a different nature than the ones here. They have them in pens. I want to keep them the way I have them now, in the campo. I'd like to take a vacation, but I don't have anyone to leave here in charge. I can't leave my cows with anybody else, because they're accustomed only to me. Animals, whatever kind they are, tend to want only their masters, and so they couldn't be milked. I came here in the year 1943. I came 15 leagues from Grasalema with 250 goats. It took 3 days to reach here. I came with my son Juan and a dog. Juan was then 7 or 8 years old, and he helped with the goats. He ran after them and herded them in so that we could milk them. We built these houses stone by stone. My son Juan lived here until he went to Germany.
My dearest grandfather, I'm sending you my photo. My father left for Germany on the 20th. We have our room locked and we'll open it only when you come. With hugs and kisses, your granddaughter, Isabel.
Dear Isabel, it made me happy to know that you're all well. I'm well, thank God. You say that you have a room for me. I have a house here for you. And the day that you marry, I'll give you a present of 5,000 duros. Tell me something of Juanito and Antonin and Paquito. Something of everyone. I'm doing well because I have very little work to do, and all the cows have had calves. Marry a man of the campo and come to me. Tell me something also of your father. Let me know if you have another brother. Your friends ask about you and want to know when you'll return. This year, I'm going to the fair at Algeciras, and when I return, I'll tell you all that I've seen. 1,000,000 kisses to everyone. Farewell, until your next letter, your grandfather.